Hey guys, it's Par from Pardon the Memes with another episode of Pretty Damn Good, where we talk about singles that I thought were pretty damn good. This one's going to be a little more impromptu because I've been busy slash depressed. So yeah, I'm not even going to worry about editing this. It's all going to be one take. So let's just jump right into it, starting with Crash Course by Blu DeTiger and Piig. Now, I really enjoyed this song, a really fun dance beat. For some reason, the melody, like, even with how dead-eyed it is, it still gets caught in me and my partner's heads, like, all the time. And yeah, it's definitely a really fun, like, low-key kind of dance song, but I do enjoy it all the same. Next up, we have Fever Dream by Kathleen. I haven't really listened to a lot of Kathleen in the past, but this has gotten me really intrigued, especially with the sort of manic energy that sounds like it's coming from like a Cosmos Sheldrake kind of song mixed with the indie girl aesthetic of like modern artists like Melanie Martinez or maybe even to some extent Bella Porch. But yeah, I do enjoy this, especially with how wild it can get with like the harmonies dropping out and making this really eerie sound until the harmonies do come back in. It's like, kind of like on isolation, everything seems so weird and distant, but like all together, it's really unique and fun sounding. I can't wait to hear what Kathleen has next up her sleeve. Next, I wanted to talk about Give You the World. Yeah, Give You the World from Steve Lacy's new album, Gemini Rights. It's a really slow ballad type, but I really love the bass tone on this. I really love kind of the slowcore sound that's given to this one. It's just a really good slow jam, and I mean, I feel bad for not talking about Bad Habit when it came out, but also I don't know. I just thought maybe there would be something greater from this record, and I mean, what do you know? There it is. But yeah, you can check out the rest of the album, but if you're gonna check out one song from Gemini Rights, I would definitely recommend to Give You the World. Up next, I wanted to talk about Golden Hour by Jake with a V. Yeah, spelled that way. Um, it reminds me a lot of like Bozzy when he was a hit maker, sort of. Like especially with how dramatic it all sounds within the context of like seeing someone that you love in a new light and just like appreciating them even more than what you did already. I just yeah, it's a really good song. I haven't really listened to a lot of Jake before this, other than that one TikTok hit that he had. Speaking of Bella Porch, um, but no, this is a really, really good song. I just love the dramaticism of everything, especially when like the beat like cuts out for a split second right before the chorus kind of implodes upon everything. It's a really good song, and the melody gets stuck in my head a lot too. So yeah, fun stuff. Also wanted to talk about the upcoming single for the upcoming album from Maggie Rogers' Surrender, titled Horses. And I think I just enjoyed the emotive resonance that this song gave, especially with Rogers's performance getting more and more cathartic as it goes along. Like I feel like the pain in her voice the whole way through. Um, I also enjoyed how like throughout a lot of the chorus, the harmonies are more focused within the lower register, or not lower registers, but lower frequencies. So that way Maggie's voice can pop over it a lot better. Or maybe not a lot better, but it definitely makes her the hallmark of this song. As well as, I mean, not to say like if the instrumental's low key, it just like it still has a lot of flagrancies, a lot of interesting characteristics to it, but it's all really well confined within like lower frequencies as a result, and I think that's really cool. Up next, I wanted to talk about the song from Lizzo's special called "If You Love Me." Let me start off by saying something maybe a little bit negative. I don't think I enjoy this album as much as "Cause I Love You." However, I will say my favorite song off of this is probably better than all of the songs on "Cause I Love You" with "If You Love Me." Just like the way it kind of sounds like a Brit pop song almost, but like more in the like, champagne supernova kind of vibe of just like I don't know. Like the acoustics are there, like things are building up, the strings are going haywire, the harmonies keep adding on top of each other. There's like it's like Oasis by the way of like R&B, and I think it's a really good song, especially the lyrical sentiment that Lizzo has on here about talking about if you love me, you either love all of me or you don't love me at all. Like, love like an image of me, not like the real me. And I like there's a lot of like motivational like moments on this record, but I feel like this one resonates the most because she's talking about herself and thus other people can like latch onto it as a result. Like so much like motivational stuff can be, a little bit not defeatist, but definitely more underwhelming because you know, and when you're down and out, you're not gonna like you're gonna be contrarian. But like if you see the example of someone else, showing their motivation, I think a lot more people can latch onto it. And I don't know, I just like this song because of it. Um, Up next, I want to talk about Light of Day from the new ODESZA album that is actually out right now, but the for the week that this was for, it wasn't. But I just love all the ODESZA songs from this album cycle thus far, and I just like all the strings. It feels a lot more like a film score than it actually does like, a piece of like EDM. Even when like there's the bass thump and the bass knock that comes in or like right after the vocals from Olafur Arnolds, I think his name is. I don't have my notes, so um but yeah, but even after that, like things keep adding on top of each other. The synths just it's a really good song. I haven't listened to the record yet, but like I can imagine this being one of my favorite EDM records this year. Not like I've listened to a lot of them this year, but also this is definitely like a lot more impactful, a lot more genuine of an article, I guess. And yeah, good stuff. Yaritza Isu Essencia. They have came out with the deluxe version of their Obsessed EP, and one of the singles off of it, Nadie Sabe, I believe it's pronounced. Yeah. Uh, I just, I'll be honest, I just love Yaritza Isu Essencia's work. I think I just more love like regional Mexican folk music, or just the way that all the acoustics rumble off of each other, the bass textures, they just complement each other in a really good way. And I just really I don't know. Yaritza just really sells the vocals on here with her timbre and just like the love, like the tension between pulling away and coming together, like back and forth. Like no one knows about this. And yeah, I really enjoy this and I can't wait to see what comes of them in the future. Hopefully maybe a full length album. I'd really love to know. Um this next song, Lotto's Pussy. Like what can I say about this song? Like, it's I I'm sorry. It's a really great song. I really enjoy it. Like I've been a fan of Lotto since the Big Lotto EP with like the songs ATL Ho and Big Bitch from the South. And yeah, I really just and this one doesn't really follow those molds of like, party trap tracks. This one's definitely a lot more of a statement, especially with the passing of Roe v. Wade. And it shows a side of Lotto that not a lot of people have seen her within the mainstream. Like, if you follow her Twitter, she's pretty, like, outgoing, pretty, like that. But also, this is one of the few times where it's set to music, and, like, the results, I love this song so much. Like, the message it sends about how men can, like, the, the rape culture of men these days is just com- it's bet and I feel, yeah, it's going to be amplified with like the passing of this shit, and she knows it, and she wants to call all motherfuckers out on this, and like I'm sorry. I it's a good song, especially with that Betty Wright flip on the sample. Instead of "girls, you can't do what the guys do and still be a lady," she flips it to be "you can do what the guys do and still be a lady." It's a good flip of a sample. It's great flow. Yeah, I can't wait to hear more of what Lotto has in store for the mainstream next. And finally, I wanted to talk about the new Black Midi promo single that they released right before Hellfire, called Sugar Tzu. Probably one of my favorites off the album, admittedly. Just like the way that riff, the horn riff, just keeps going up and down. Like I watched the Anthony Fantano review, but like humans played this. Like, I don't know how. Like, especially with like they released an album. I'm sorry. I'm getting like real emotional right now. But like the chaotic energy of this whole song, and as well as the lyrics about like some like guy that was like really small defeating like a gladiator within like a gladiator spectacle kind of situation, while he's just a spectator and is thus like put into prison. It's a really insane mess, but it's also a beautiful, amazing mess in the same way, especially with like those jazzy horns that kind of transition between that insane riff and the verses. Yeah, gotta say, pretty damn good. And yeah, those were all the songs that I wanted to talk about this week. Sorry that there's no editing, no filter on this one. I'm just really busy, really sad, and yeah. But if there's any songs that you heard in the past week or so, not including this Friday, that you've heard and I didn't mention here, put them down in the comments. I'd appreciate it. I can't listen to everything, and I might not see the same thing with the same eyes. So, that's what's up. Uh, if you'd like to give a like, subscribe, follow, what? Yeah. And thank you so much for watching. I've been Par. You've been watching Pretty Damn Good, and I hope you have a pretty damn good one out there. I'll see you next time. All right. Cool. Ignore this. I'm not cutting this.